Well, hello. Come on in. Come and say g'day. Hello, everybody. How are you on this wonderful Tuesday evening? 7:32. Mine says 7:31. Near enough's good enough. Just put that away. Come on in, say hello, tell me what you've been doing today. If you can see the word live, you're with me right here, right now. If not, you're catching the replay. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciated. And thank you for those that share the post as well. That is very, very, very excellent. Hello, B, how are you? Are you able to join us in Levin for the retreat? Fingers crossed. Hey, Jan, you and I need to have a catch-up, girl. It's been too long. Too long. Loved your cards too, by the way. Very nice. Very nice. Hey, Jacinta, have you heard about the onstage change of location? Oh, I've spent bloody too long trying to change accommodation. Josie, Lynette, Linda, hello, hello, hello. So, for those demonstrators heading to Sydney, there is a wee change in location. So do be sure to check out the updates tomorrow. And if you've got something booked at one end of the city, you might want to change it to the other end. It's actually not too far from where we were, to be honest. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Beck. How are you? Oh, Beck. Now, right. We don't normally do chitter-chatter on a Tuesday night, but I got happy mail today. So special. So Beck knows that I love to do my floral art, and she saw that I put the bird's nest on my last floral art piece. Wow, look what I get to put on my next floral art piece. These cool little birdhouses. Look at this, it's so cute, little birdhouses. Oh my god, and this one is the cutest. Look at this. So thank you. You're amazing. Love you loads. Isn't that just gorgeous? And they're tin too, so they're so cool. Thank you, Beck. Absolutely adore them. I'd have to say the little star one is my fave. It's just so cute. Yes, so quick. I was quite surprised actually, because we can't get our Stampin' Up stuff from Australia that quick, can we? But yeah, so cute. Can't wait to put them in my next floral art project. Right. Hey, Barbara Sharp. Right, we're going to flip the camera over. We're just going to rip into it. We've got quite a good technique tonight, so I want to make sure that we... let's have my light fell. Right, we'll flip this camera over. Just come a bit closer. They're cool houses, eh? They are so cool. Right, slide that over, come down a little bit. Right, we'll open up the iPad. Hang on. That way I can keep a track of the comments. We're going to need the best trimmer in the whole entire world, which is this one here. If you haven't got it, you're just not up with the play. Right, we're just going to knock the volume down. At that. So we're going to make a card. What happened was on Sunday night we got talking about gutting. Gutting is a technique that you can use to take out the centre of a piece of cardstock. So my theory was, okay, gutting is usually, I'm going to straighten that up because it's crooked and driving me nuts. Hopefully that's better. Is that about right? It's a technique that we use to take out the centre of a thing. And I thought, well, let's use the technique, because we spoke about not really doing it for cards, but let's make gutting the feature of the card. So I'm going to be using some of this Berry Burst cardstock, very bright, vibrant colour. Love, love, love. I got my latest BBB when I come. Oh, can't wait to see what you got. Oh, I do love them. Thank you, Beck. Evelyn, oh, she got her Stampin' Up goodies as well. Barbara Sharp's out there. How are you? Glennis is out there. I'm still trying to find... if you go to the Vibe Hotel, Evelyn, or try the Grace Hotel. They're both very, very good. So we're going to cut this down to a standard card size, which is 14.9 by 21. And then we score that in half at 10.5. We turn it and score it at 10.5. Oh, this trimmer's got the blades and the doodahs around the wrong way. I'm just going to change that. I don't like it when the blade is at the top because I tend to chop instead of score. So I just swap that around. That's better. Because, you know, if anyone's going to chop a hole in where it shouldn't be, it'll be me. I haven't checked about on stage. Yeah, so be sure to check your accommodation. So gutting means we're going to take a chunk out of the centre. I mean, you could go and get a set of dies to do it. But I want to do it where we use the gutting as a feature of the card. So I'm going to go 2 cent, and it's a very handy technique to know. Scrapbooking, tag making, it's just very handy to know how to accurately cut a chunk out of the middle and how to get a border. Hey Elizabeth, how are you going? I hope you're feeling better. Right, I'm going to bring the blade. So I'm going to put this edge of the cardstock up against 2 centimeters. I'm going to slide my blade to the middle of the cardstock. And I have got my metric arm on here. So I can slide it up to 2 centimeters. And then I'm going to slide it down to just past 13. Okay, so I'm going to rotate that round. So I've got my 2 centimeter. I'm only cutting this front piece. This is the back of the card. So line it up there with the 2 centimeters. Can you see what I'm doing? It seems to be a little bit, come down a bit. How's that? Okay, put the blade in the middle, slide it up to the where I was, slide it down. Now we've got 10.5, so we'll take it to 8.5. Because you do know there's a little line on the side of the blade there, and that tells you where you line that line up with whatever you're doing on the side. Okay, so that gives us 2 cuts. Now we'll do the other side. Now I like to flip it around this way, put the blade, and then I'm going to go down. Now I know we're at 10.5, so let's come to about 10.5, 11, about 13.5, 12.5, I should say. How's that? Oh, look at that. So now you've got this fold, which makes life a little bit tricky when we go to cut this one, but it's a case of just doing the maths. I put the arm extension out, so we know that the fold, actually we don't need it out. We know that the fold is on 10.5 over here. So you're going to slide that 11.5 to 12.5. Okay, so then it's come across 2 centimeters from that score line. Put the blade in the middle, slide it up to our first cut, slide it down to the second cut. And then we have gutted it. And you should be able to pop the middle piece out just like that. So it's a very handy technique to know how to do this. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to cut this piece into a gutted frame as well. I'm just checking an eye on the comments. Hey Deirdre, how are you? Joycelyn, Sandra P, Leslie, Angie's out there, how are you? What else have we got? Yeah, right. So now we're going to make this as well, but I only want a 1.5 centimeter border. So it's the same technique. You're going to put the right hand side of the card up to the 1.5 centimeter mark on the right hand side of the trimmer. Put the blade into the middle, and you've got your marks here. So up to 1.5, down to about 9.5. Looks about right. Flip it around, line up that right hand side with the right hand side on there, put the blade in the middle, slide it up, slide it down. Okay, one more time, or 2 more times. Slide it up, slide it down. And you know when to stop because you can actually feel when the blade hits the cut line. It's quite a funny little feel that you get. Right, so we're going to pop that out. So these are the pieces that we've got. Now we want to cover these 2 pieces with Designer Series paper. So this is where it does get a little bit technical. Whatever the size of your frame, you need to shrink it by 0.5 centimeter. So we know that the card front is 10.5 centimeters by 14.9, okay? So that means we need to cut a piece of Designer Series paper that measures 10 centimeters by 14.4. Now I'm going to use this brand new paper that's coming. It's called Floral Charm. It is absolutely beautiful. It has got a matching stamp set and dies that come with it. Isn't it beautiful? But there's another one I'm going to use here. This one's really pretty as well. So this is the new Timid Tiger. But I really like this one. So I thought I would use this one. And there's one at the back that I quite like as well. That's really nice. So I'm just going to take this out. All right. And I'm going to, I need 3 different pieces of paper. So I need to make sure that they all coordinate. So I need a piece of that. And I need a piece of something else. What else have we got? What's on the back of that? Oh, that will do. It's blue. Okay. So, I think I want to put this on the front. And it doesn't seem to have a direction, so it doesn't matter where I cut this. So I'm going to cut it at 14.4 centimetres. Pop that over there. Turn it round and cut it at 10 centimetres. So that's going to be my front line. Carol, how are you? Didn't know about the line until you showed me on Friday. I know. Hey, Philip, I can't wait to see you on... Oh, I'll see you on Thursday and then again on Saturday. Hello, Mary Ann Hamilton and Glenda Lavender. How are you? This always makes me nervous as I usually stuff it out. Well, hopefully I can show you how this is not... It's easy peasy. So, we've made our piece of Designer Series paper 1/2 centimetre shorter. We have a 2 centimetre edge, so that means we're going to cut this one at 1.5 centimetres. So, put the right hand side up against 1.5 centimetres on the right hand side of the trimmer. Put the blade in the middle, fold it over, slide it up to 1.5 centimetres gently, slide it down. Now we're at 14.5, so around about 13. And we're going to just rotate that and do that on all 4 sides. Be sure to put the blade in the middle before you push the arm over. A couple of times, you know, you accidentally don't, and then you slide the blade and you've chopped it by mistake. So blade in the middle, slide her up, slide her down, rotate 1.5, put the blade in the middle, fold it over, slide it up. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but when you say it out loud as you're doing it, you don't make mistakes. So I don't care if the rest of the house think you're nuts by calling out what you're doing. It means you won't make a boo-boo. Now, sometimes it doesn't quite cut to the corner, so you just use your snips. So that bit there, I'll move the trimmer. Hey, Cherry, how are you? See how now that fits beautifully? Like, it's just the perfect frame for that. So you make the DSP 1/2 centimetre shorter, and you cut... whatever that size is, you cut this 1/2 centimetre shorter. So we're going to get in our glue. We'll glue this puppy on, right? Oh, come here, you. Glue that on. Chuck some glue around there. Okay. Flip that over. Whack that on. So I spent all day today preparing for my really big special class on Saturday. 20 cards and 10 scrapbook layouts. And they all look amazing. Can't wait. We're having a beautiful cooked lunch. And, well, not cooked lunch, but a beautiful lunch. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we need to put a frame on this little dude. Now, we know that we made this one 1.5 centimetre frame. And, of course, we need to find out the size of it. So you can hold it on your grid paper, or you can get a ruler, whatever works for you. And it's telling me it's 11 centimetres by 6.5. So that means we need a piece of paper. So it was 11 by 6.5. So we're going to go 6 by 10.5. I'm actually going to just do this because I don't want to cut the whole piece of paper. And we'll just take it over to 10.5. And now, if I've done it right, that piece should just pop out. Oh, look at that. Oops, sorry. I make that loud noise. I apologise there. So this is going to be our frame on there. I thought it would be nice to have colour on colour. So, as we know, this was 1.5 centimetres. So now we're going to make it 1 centimetre. So, put the DSP in like this, using the right hand side, put the blade in the middle, 1 centimetre. Using your guide on your arm, you go up and you go down. And we just do this on all 4 sides. Blade in the middle, slide her up, slide her down, rotate, line it up to 1 centimeters, slide it up, slide it down. As I say, it does help to say it out loud as you're doing it. Slide that, put the blade in the middle, slide her up, slide her down, and we should be spot diddly on. Yep. So, you've all gone quiet. Hello, Charlotte. How are you? I hope you're well. Hope school. This is your last week at school. Then you're on school holidays, I believe. Or is it another week? Oh, I don't know. I don't have kids at school, so I don't know. I'm not going to guess. I kind of heard a rumour that school holidays are very soon. Right. So we're going to glue this on here. Or have I got that completely wrong? I don't know. Whoops. So I'm just going to glue this on here. I like to use glue because then I've got a bit of a wiggle room. Okay. So this is the next frame. Now I'm going to use this gutted frame to decorate this gutted frame. And it looks like this. We're going to put it on an angle. And some people don't like angles. If you don't like angles, you're going to have to make a square. But I like angles. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue in all 4 corners. Just in the corners. Because, you know, glue, we're only sticking paper to paper. The amount of glue I see on some projects, you'd think you've been putting together a 4-story building. Okay, so then I'm just going to kind of go, I think I'm going to go like that. Yep. So I'm going to hold that there, there, and there. And that should hold it there. And look, isn't that cool? And then what I'm going to do, just to be extra special, I'm going to grab another piece of Designer Series paper. And I'm actually going to grab the one we started with, this one here, because I really like that one. Okay, and I'm going to make it 10 centimeters. Hang on, don't let me put you crook. No, I've got to make it 14.4 centimeters that way. And hang on, Fiona's brain has just had a fart. Okay, so so it's got to be, yeah, we're going to make it 14.4. Yeah, which it already is. That's fantastic. And then, because it's going to go that way, and then we need to make it 12.5 centimeters this way. So 14.4 by 12.5. Okay, see that? 14.4, 12.5. And then we're going to score it at 2.5 centimeters. Just give it a score there. And we'll fold that over like so. So once it's folded, it'll be 10 by 14.4 with a 2.5 centimeter little doodah there. We all know what a doodah is, don't we? Okay, get your bone folder, give that a squidge. Grab your glue, stick that on. Oh. Okay, put that in there. And then I'm going to line the fold that I've just made up just inside the card. So it's got a frame like so. So I've just glued that little tab bit down, you know. So it has kind of a double whammy to it. And then we cover this with a lovely piece of white for our insert, which I will just grab a bit of white. Basic white. I'm going to cut this at 14.4 by 10. And I know that new DSP just sent it. Gorgeous! Holidays start on Friday. Yeah, I knew that. I thought they were coming. So that just goes over the top of that hinge so you don't see it. It's just, you know, an extra reinforcing bit. Not many of you did the DSP challenge last week. Was it not your cup of tea, eh? Not your cup of tea. That's all right. Maybe you don't have copious amounts of DSP scraps like I do. I am the queen of hoarding DSP. So then you just chuck that in there. Make sure it still folds over nice. Look at that. So you kind of get, you know, like that. It's lovely, isn't it? Just gives an extra element of pizzazz. I don't know. So obviously we need to stick a flower on the front. We've got a scrap piece here. You all love fussy cutting in my classes, so Fiona says with an evil grin. So we're going to just fussy cut this flower out very quickly and very roughly. And yeah, we'll stick this on, and then we'll whack a sentiment on, and then the job's done, and then I can show you 2 samples that I've made. You could do this with a great big 6x6 card. I think it would look stunning on a bigger card, this technique. You can gut on a scrapbook layout, but of course you can't get this effect on a scrapbook layout unless you use flip flaps or something like that. I'm just going to get rid of the excess because I don't really like fussy cutting with a big hunk of paper. So tell me, how has your day been? I've had to put up with Bart. He's back home on a day off. What an interesting card. Why, thank you, Gigi. I thought it was rather interesting. It was all because we spoke about gutting on Sunday night, and it got my little brain into overdrive. Because I'm not saying, you know, I'm not normally someone to gut just to save paper. I tend to just use the paper no matter what. Is that going to fit on there? No, it's not. It's all right. We've got plenty of scraps over here somewhere. I saw a piece. I like to glue my cutouts onto another piece of cardstock. I've always done this. I just think, A, it makes them look more professional, and B, it makes them stronger. So I stick it on a piece of whatever. It could be white, could be the coordinating one. Would you hate fussy? See, I don't hate anything, but I do enjoy a bit of fussy cutting. I find it good hand-eye coordination technique. But yeah, you could always just use a stamp and die if you didn't want a fussy cut. And yeah, this paper, the actual paper has a set of stamps and dies that coordinate beautifully with the, like, that's the stamp, I think. So yeah, it's a new set coming, and we all love flowers, don't we? I tell you, there's some good stuff coming in the future. I just can't let on because, you know, I signed a confidentiality agreement, but there's some cool stuff coming in the future just because they are listening to us finally. Because quite often we say, oh, I wish they had this, but we never tell Stampin' Up. Well, over the last few months, every time I hear a customer say, oh, I wish we had this, I have been actually putting it, we have a suggestion box, and I've been putting it in the suggestion box. We need this. Because, you know, we often want it, but we don't tell Stampin' Up. And if we don't tell them, they don't know, right? So then I'm thinking we're just going to have this flower here floating. Which way does that flower go? About that way, I think. I might just have it floating about there, I think. So I'm just going to whack some glue on my little doodah there. Push that down on there. And then we'll put a little sentiment in here that you can see through there. So we'll bring in a bit of scrap. What are we going to say? Look, I need a lot of thank you cards, so I'm just going to use a very simple wee. Oh, it's a bit tiny, isn't it? Very little. What else have I got? What have I got over here? Oh, what's this one? Oh, I haven't mounted that one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I've got this one. It's new. I love the word thanks. It's a nice chunky thanks. There it is. Right. Let's see. What colour are we going to pick? I'm thinking Night of Navy because I quite like to bring that blue out. So we're just going to ink that up. Stamp it on the corner like so. Hope like heck you've got it straight. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. We are using the scrapbook kits, and I've designed 20 cards using the scrapbook kit, and I have designed 10 scrapbook layouts by adding, we are quite avid scrapbookers, so I didn't want them boring, like as in the kit, let's be honest, the ones in the kit were a bit boring. So we've added extra pieces, like I've added extra cardstock and bling and ribbon and stuff. So yeah, can't wait. Then we're going to stick the wee thingy in there on dimensionals. Oh, will I find some? Where are they? Oh, here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Everybody loves fussy cutting when they're in my class. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it is a tricky thing to master. And I do know that the left-handed people do struggle. So I do appreciate you guys all trying. There we go. So there's my wee thanks card. What do you think? Do you like this thing? So I want you to practice gutting is really, Tuesday Tech Talk should be about techniques. So whether you practice gutting and making frames or whether you have a go at this technique and gut the front of a card, that's the challenge. I have done a couple of samples, so let's bring those on board, shall we? Where did I put them? Oh, they're under here. So the first one I made is using the paper from the Creativity Now event that was on Saturday. So I'm loving this little dove, and it's my first Christmas card I've made for this year. So I just thought really sweet. I've done it with that Christmassy paper. And then, yeah, I've just hidden the hinge in there. So do be careful to hide it properly. Little boo-boo there, but no one's going to know. No one's going to care. So that's that one. And then I did one. Do you remember the Levin retreat we did last time where you all got this glorious paper and dies and stamps? Well, I found a pack and I thought, so this time, instead of using a rectangle, I made it 8 centimetre by 8 centimetre square. And so my DSP was 7.5 by 7.5. with a 1 centimetre frame, and of course it sits slightly different, and I've cut the card this way so it goes like that. How fun is that, right? So I really did love this technique. I thought it was super fun. I hope you guys like it too and have a go at it. Look, you might make a couple of balls ups in the beginning. You might accidentally slice through it. Don't worry, we've all done it. Don't give up. Just keep having a go and see what you come up with. I do love a good gutting. Right, I'm going to flip you over and give away a prize. Hang on. And you've got good dibs of winning tonight because there's hardly any entries. I don't know what you were all doing. Oh, Carol said it's lovely. Well, that's good, Carol, because I think we're going to do it on Friday. I have not prepared Friday's class yet, and I've been spending all weekend, all preparing this other massive class that I'm doing on Saturday. So we actually only had 17 entries, but hey, that means clever cards just as well. I haven't anything planned for tomorrow. And tomorrow morning, Barbara, I will put up a post and I will tell you the measurements of what I've done. And then just don't forget to add that extra piece of paper in the middle. I don't think it would look any good without it. I think so. If you can find 3 papers, like this is really cool. I found 3 papers in the one pack that all go together so well. So the 2 there. And then this one here were obviously all the same pack as well. So 3 different papers. I think having 3 different papers makes it look super spish. Super spish. Right. So let's read out looking after the Grandies, Kay. That's all right. I hope they're looking after you. Yeah, they should be running around after you. Evelyn, Glennis, Elaine, Linda, Barbara, Anne, Jan, Anne F, I should say, Jan, Josie, Elizabeth, Marilyn, B, Sandra P, Judy O, Lynn, Carol, Jude O, Raywin and Marilyn C. So good luck, everybody. Yes, better chance of winning when there's only 17 names on the board. So you know the drill now. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, rub your lucky knickers. Hello, Grace Clark. Have you seen the update about On Stage, my darling? Go change your accommodation. Okay, everybody, good luck. As you know, I wish I could give you all a prize, but tonight it's just one lucky winner. Who's it going to be? Dun, 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 dun. Josie, congratulations. Now, what are we going to send in the mail to Josie? She is in Wellington, and I think I just sent something to your place. Bugger it. Bugger. Hey, I tell you what, I'm going to send you some of this beautiful new ribbon. I will roll off a couple of meters, and I'll send you some of the matching bling. I'll cut off some matching bling and some matching ribbon of the brand new products from Creativity Now. So that's going to come to your place there, Josie. I'll write a wee note because I'll forget. Josie, ribbon, and some bling. And you'll love, and I'll put enough in to fill the envelope. Make sure we get it chocker, okay, before it turns into a parcel. So that's what's happening at the moment. Thank you for doing that. I do hope you have a go at that new technique. And yeah, I could have sworn, yes, she's flogged Anne's knickers, I tell you. But this new paper that's coming with the coordinating stamp set, it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, I say. So I've got a busy day tomorrow. I've got to plan Thursday's class. I've got to plan Friday's class and finish off everything for Saturday. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. We do actually have one seat available if anybody would like to join us on Saturday. It's an all-day event with a beautiful lunch, and you can choose whether you want to make 20 cards or 10 scrapbook pages. It's entirely up to you, so yay. Awesome. So I don't have a lot of other goss of what's going on there. It's just fun things are coming. It's just going to, oh God, look at my eyebrows. Fun things are coming. You're just going to have to believe me and just hang in there, because they're not happening straight away, but they are happening, and it's very exciting. Very exciting. And I am coming to the North Island, obviously, in October. We've had such a great response to the live-in retreat. We've even got a lady coming from Australia. So excited to see her over here, so that's fantastic. So she's coming. She happens to be in Auckland at the time, so she thought, well, why not just pop down to live-in? And she calls it leave-in. Josie still answering. So yeah, that is where we're at. So if you'd like to join us in live-in at the retreat, do let me know. I will be sending out an email this week with the final price, when you have to pay the deposit and when you have to pay the balance. There will be no drip feeding, because there were some mathematical issues last time, so we're not going to do that again. So you can just pay the deposit, then pay the balance. What else? I think that's it. I really don't think there's a lot more to tell you. Obviously, the sweet sale is about to finish very soon, where you buy one sweet, get one free, get one half price, sorry, and that goes for bundles inside the suite, and that goes for the DSP. So if you're just wanting a couple of packs of Designer Series paper, you buy one, you get the other one half price. I do not know any other goss, apart from the fact that you're all freaking amazing. I cannot understand sometimes how special I feel with all the love, especially when people send me stuff like Beck in the mail. If it wasn't for Stampin' Up, I would have never met Beck. Bart would have never met her partner Brett, husband, and their son Luke, and we had an amazing time on an amazing holiday. So it just goes to show you, just by making a card and being part of a crafting community, it brings heaps of joy. And to be honest, I wouldn't have known half of you lot without it. So that's all I have to say. Share the love. Thank you for the love. And I will see you Sunday night for the Chitter Chatter and the Sketch Challenge giveaway. There will be a sketch on Friday. If you're in Gore or Matara or anywhere near my place on Friday, come to class. Do let me know, because it's very, very busy at the moment. We are getting to capacity. Yes, if you came to the retreat and met Lisa Mitchell, she was a darling Lisa Mitchell. She's had a bit of an operation, so please send lots of love to Lisa. She's had a big surgery today, so just send out those healing vibes. Oh, Beck, you give me more than goosebumps, baby. She's probably thinking, oh, good God. No, very much appreciated. The warm and fuzzies, darling. All right, that's it for me. I'm about to bugger off. Ta-ta for now. Ha ha.